Yo guys, Jay Clem here, and we are back with another video. Before we get into the video, make sure you check the link in the description for my free Discord channel where I'm going to be holding some Zoom calls through Discord. I'm also going to be sharing some charts and some trade ideas, forecasting of the market, etc., between GBPUSD and EURUSD. So make sure you hit that. It's completely free. I will be obviously closing it at a certain point, so get in while you can. Anyway, back to the video. So this is a trade that I did take on GBPUSD, and I just wanted to run through this with you guys. So as you can see on GBPUSD, right, we were bullish, putting in bullish market structure, and then we broke market structure here to the downside. We pulled back up, and we actually just wicked this high by a couple of ticks. So to close, however, and then we proceeded to take that low, giving us a nice clean close below, indicating a bearish market structure. And GBP USD does love coming into these extreme levels and selling off. It's just one of the characteristics of GBP USD. So my bias for this was obviously short. The 15-minute time frame and 4-hour time frame was obviously bullish. I do always follow the trend on the 15-minute. So if the 15-minute is bullish, I'm buying, and I won't sell until the 15-minute goes bearish. Then I like to catch that higher low and ride the trend. I just find that it keeps my win rate nice and decent. I don't take too many losses that way. So as you can see, we traded right up into that extremity on the daily time frame back here, and we proceeded to break this structural low on the 15-minute time frame. Why is this my structural low? Because it runs liquidity here and then puts in a new high. This doesn't run liquidity, it creates liquidity. This doesn't run liquidity, it creates liquidity. So yeah, this was what I denoted as my structural low. And ultimately we broke structure. There was a long here that fit my plan, but I was in the toilet, so I did not take this. But had I not been, and I had been on the computer, I definitely would have taken this trade as a long. Yeah, anyway, that failed. London opens here, and we break structure. So now I'm thinking, okay, I've got to wait for more development, and I kind of assume this trade would come in the New York session. So now I'm looking at what area am I going to choose to get into my trade. Well, we have this very extreme wick, which is also very clean on the lower time frame. On the 1-minute time frame is a very clean level up here. So I have this level, which is the extreme, definitely valid. But also, if you see, right, we have this internal bearish order flow before we break structure. So a lot of the time, this will hold, because if you think about it, it's like the big boys, right? They're stacking their positions here, right? So why are they going to bring price above and take themselves out of the market if they're planning on continuing to the downside? More than likely these levels are going to hold, especially when you see how clean this order flow is, this internal order flow is. It's not messy like this. If you compare this, right, compare this order flow to this order flow. This is just messy, choppy price action looking to just stop people out, and just fill orders before obviously run to the downside. Whereas this is nice and developed, nice and clean, right before obviously we break that structure. So I also pulled my GAN box out, and I saw that this level lined up with my green line. Usually I like trading out of the top 30%. When selling, I found that this does keep my win rate high. However, on this specific trade, I did only have those two levels. So if I draw those on now, it was this level and this level. I wasn't interested in anywhere else. So I was prepared to take two losses, if that makes sense. I always give myself about two losses per trade idea. So if I took a loss here, I would have happily hit it again if it came into this level up here. Now, New York opened down here, and there was news. So I waited for the news to fade out. As you can see, this push was the news push, and we pulled back down. And ideally, because it was a news like candle, I wanted to see this low go first, but we didn't do that. We pushed up and we actually took this high again. So I just took the opportunity and I just hit sell, and I'm in at 932. 932, and I had a 5.5 pip stop, and I just let it play out. On my funded account, I just targeted this low for like a 7R, and on my personal, I'm still holding, and I will be swinging this trade just because it does have a lot of potential. Like I said, if you come back to the daily time frame, it's very clearly bearish. You know, we have our swing high here, our swing low. We traded right up into this extreme. So, you know, my first targets are down here at, you know, these daily equal lows, which is about 200 pips, I believe. Yeah, it's about 200 pips. This is my first target. And the rest I will swing to the low for 600 pips and potentially into these unmitigated levels down here for, you know, 800 pips. And I'm more than happy to accept the break even on this because I really do see the potential in a trade like this, and it would be stupid to close out, you know, at a 7R on your personal account if the trade does have potential to run, you know, say 500 pips or so. And I made money on my funded accounts anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so that's that. It's a really simple trade actually. Now we do have a confirmed bullish, a confirmed bearish trend. Obviously, if let me just draw this out. So obviously, with market structure, you don't have a confirmed trend until you have a lower high or higher low. So let's say we are bullish, right? And we put in a higher low. Great, we now have a confirmed bullish trend, right? So let's say this trend carries on, and we now break structure bearish. Well, this is not a confirmed bullish, a confirmed bearish trend until we pull back and put in a lower high. Now we have a lower high in the market, and we can confirm that the trend is bearish. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So in this instance here, I wasn't trading from a confirmed trend, if that makes sense, but it's not in my plan to wait for this. I was just sharing some knowledge with you guys because, you know, sometimes what we can see is we might get a break in structure, but we don't get that low high and price breaks back bullish. You know, this can happen. The market is the market. The market does what the market wants to do. So, you know, sometimes it is good to wait for that lower high, but I'm a bit of a ratchet douche, so I don't, and that's okay. But that's you know, the video. Make sure you hit that link in the description, join my Discord, and let me know any things that you have in the comments. Peace and love.